Also, starting January 1st, California will become the first state in the nation to offer health insurance to undocumented immigrants.
Under the expansion, more than 700,000 people between the ages of 26 and 49 will be eligible for Medi-Cal.
Those who are eligible will be able to qualify for Medi-Cal, the state's health insurance program for low-income individuals. Medi-Cal offers access to primary and preventative care, specialists, prescription medicine, and more. Undocumented people between the ages of 26 and 49 will be eligible for Medi-Cal. Velasco says having access to health care is a necessity the immigrant community shouldn't have to put on hold.
I do think a lot of people for so long have literally been neglecting their health because it just hasn't been accessible to them.
California Republicans have argued that the state's Medi-Cal system could overload the state's budget. Velasco says she thinks the state is moving in the right direction, but believes there's still more work to be done. That's because many undocumented Californians will still remain ineligible for Medi-Cal because they make too much money to qualify, but not enough to afford private insurance.
We really have to continue including more folks and to not kind of forget about the ones who just make a little bit over.
California will not use healthcare to share immigration information with federal officials.
Hello, everyone. And then we wonder why so many Americans are suddenly becoming anti-immigration. I mean, can you blame them? The amount of money we're spending on these individuals is mind-blowing. And the problem is that we know most of them are fake asylum seekers. And if they're not fake asylum seekers, they're freeloaders. And if they're not freeloaders, then they're violent criminals. And if they're not violent criminals, they're hardworking people. Sometimes it's a mix. And even within the group of the hardworking people that are keeping to themselves and are actually doing good things or trying to do good things, some of them just want to save up and go back to their country. So where is the asylum-seeking story, I wonder? Needless to say, the story I'm about to show you will blow your mind. Please meet again Colombian migrants, William and Pamela. These two crossed the border illegally, and later on they admitted their asylum case is fake. Now, they didn't necessarily say it like that, but they did say that they're looking to save money to eventually go back to Colombia within a few years after building their wealth and their property. Additionally, these two are claiming that they are hardworking individuals and that they're contributing a lot to the American economy. And by watching some of their videos, you could possibly think that. However, something happened recently that may make you think otherwise. But before we continue, I do want to make a very important announcement. You guys have been amazing. The way you support this channel and how you have encouraged me to continue has led me to make more content and further investigate what is going on with this migrant crisis. Subsequently, I have covered other topics on this channel, but being that I have come across so many of these individuals, I had no other choice but to share them with you because the things I'm watching online, no one is talking about it. And I'm like, how can this be missed? Some of these migrants are getting hundreds of thousands or millions of views, and they're encouraging other people to do the same thing. And I'm like, this is so disgusting, and no one is saying anything. So that's why I felt it was important to share that information with you, and you've been incredible. In addition to that, I've also seen a lot of comments where Americans are saying, I was left behind by my own government. I'm poor, I'm homeless, I'm up to my neck with bills, and I don't know what to do. I can't celebrate a proper birthday or have a decent dinner on an American holiday. And so I felt it was the right time to give back to you, the people, as well as encourage you to continue to watch this channel and keep informed with everything that's happening. You already know my style, okay? I show you the sources and then I give you my honest opinion that we're still allowed to have here in America, right? Anyway, that's why I wanted to announce the first ever Vega Axis YouTube channel giveaway. The prize will be a $150 Visa gift card. And here's how you enter. 1, you must be a Vega Axis subscriber on YouTube. 2, comment on this giveaway video. Let me know, what would you be using the $150 gift card for? Here are the official rules. It is completely free to enter to win. The contest opens on December 16th, 2024 and closes on December 19th, 2024. The winner will be chosen randomly with a YouTube comment picker on December 19th, 2024 and will be announced on this channel. Now, I know that my audience is very honest, but let's face it, there's a lot of scammers out there, and that is why the comment will be chosen at random and not based on the story that it's being shared. Furthermore, the YouTube comment picker will filter through duplicate comments and accounts. But that doesn't mean I discourage you from commenting multiple times down below in regards to the story I'm about to show you. Remember that commenting helps the algorithm, as well as smashing the like button, subscribing, and sharing this video with everyone you know. So once the winner is announced, he or she must contact me to claim their prize. And if the winner does not respond within 1 week, they will be disqualified and a new winner will be chosen. Any information collected will be used for the sole purpose of delivering the prize to the winner. Lastly, this contest is not sponsored by YouTube. I am solely responsible for the contest and delivering the prize to the winner. You know, when I started to cover all of these stories, I never imagined the amount of comments I was going to receive from Americans that are barely making it. And the way they share their stories in the comment section, it was shocking. An eye-opener. I've received so many opportunities in this country. It wasn't just given to me. Of course, I had to work hard for it, but I've done well. And if I can give back to the country and to the people of this country, then I will, because I think it's the right thing to do. And it's not a lot, it's a small gift, but if it's something that will give you a small joy for a few minutes or for a few days, then it is worth it. And I will try to help as much as I can, because I am thankful for being here, and I'm honored, to be honest with you. And I will do more giveaways in the future. So please stay tuned. And before we continue with the main story of this video, it is now time for the Donkey of the Week. Did you know that Univision news anchor and left-wing activist Jorge Ramos just retired? Yeah, that's him right there giving his final report and thanking everybody, yada, yada, yada. But let's face it, this guy has been a complete disaster, a total fake, and a pro-migrant activist. And thanks to him, a lot of us Hispanics are labeled as border crossers because he claims he's the savior and he cares so much for the immigrant community, when in fact he's just making us look terrible by generalizing all the immigrants as if we're all border crossers. He even swam the Rio Grande. I mean, you couldn't make this up, guys. He cares so much that he defended criminals. Just watch this interaction he had with Bill O'Reilly.
Millions of people have come across that border. Most notably recently, the man who killed Kate Steinle, who came across that border, Jorge, 6 times, Sanchez. So for the benefit of all the people who would like to be safe, for Kate Steinle's family, I think we need to put up the wall. Now, we want Kate's law, which would say if an aggravated felon, someone convicted of an aggravated felony in the United States, is deported and comes back, mandatory 5-year prison, can get more, all right, in a federal penitentiary. You support that?
No, because I don't think
you
are approaching the problem in a global way, and this is a problem. I'm not here to defend criminals.
You are. You're an enabler.
Criminals, including case killers,
enabling
should
that
be
guy
prosecuted
Sanchez
to the full extent of the law. However, what you are proposing, Bill, you would be putting in jail a mother or a father who got deported and might be coming back to see their children, and you might be putting in jail.
Jorge, you not supporting Kate's law means that you don't care Because all your theory
you're
and
absolutely
all
wrong.
your
No,
stuff
I care, and I
isn't
care
going to
about
stop
everyone here. I just think I don't agree with your idea.
Outrageous is right. When I watched that the first time, I was like, are you kidding me? What the hell is wrong with this guy? How can you be against something like that? And then there's that time that he stood up to Donald Trump during a press conference. Well, actually, it was more like causing a scene. And then he got kicked out for it because it was not his turn to speak, but he used that as a soundbite to say that President Trump, well, at the time he was candidate Trump, he was a dictator, he was against freedom of speech, he was a racist, you know, all of that fake news propaganda. And that's when I said, hey, this guy is really bad news. Therefore, before you leave us, Jorge, you are the donkey of the week. Donkey! What a joke. This guy made so much money. And do you know how many migrants he brought into his mansion? Not one, because he would have shown it otherwise. What a disgrace. He was part of the problem by generalizing everyone. And then suddenly, all of the migrants are victims. Victims of who exactly? Who forced them to come here and break the law? But not only break the law, but post it on social media and glamorized the freaking thing. Like William and Pam. There they are, smiling in front of the cameras. Like, this is so cool. Wow, such a nice trend. As if this was a damn Disney World road trip or something. I mean, no shame, guys. Why can't you be ethical? Is it that hard? But as usual, it gets worse because after crossing the border illegally per their videos and then being in a shelter and then getting the opportunity to be let into the United States, they said, we're here to work, make money, and go back to our country. Just making a mockery out of the entire process. And everything is funny. That's them right there, inside of their mobile home with their brand new and homemade Christmas tree. But don't laugh, guys. Don't make fun of it, because the joke's on you, Americans. You see, these two don't want to spend any money at all, or at least not that much, because they're looking to go back to their country. Remember, they purchased an estate. Yep, an estate back in Colombia. And now they're working on renovating that estate. In the last report I did on these two, I showed you what that state could possibly look like. But there's a huge problem, guys. Unfortunately, William was recently hospitalized. And because of that, he's been saying that he is stressed out, that America has him stressed out. He's never been in a hospital before. And so he is really thinking about possibly going back to Colombia. Can you believe we're this close at losing William and Pamela? Like the hell I care. The only thing I want to know is, who is paying for all of those medical bills? You see, as of January 1st, 2024, California, yep, we call it California because it's a communist state. But anyway, California's Medi-Cal program provides free or low-cost healthcare coverage to all eligible residents, regardless of immigration status. And California receives more than $115 billion in federal funding for health and human services programs annually, which is more than 3 times the amount the state spends on healthcare. And before I get that nonsense reply of, well, California is one of the top tax-paying states in the nation. Well, so is that supposed to make us feel better that they're paying so much in taxes and then get a ton of grants back and federal aid back to waste it? Does that make sense? No wonder why California is falling apart when both the country and the state could be using those funds for, I don't know, the airports, the roads, homeless veterans, homeless Americans, poor Americans that are struggling right now. And I can go on and on, but no. We're just throwing all of that money in the trash on individuals that are looking to go back to their country. Oh, and some of you guys in the comment section were asking, is this freeloading only exclusive to Venezuelans? And I told you, no, it was not. That's them right there, making fun of how much all of these treatments and meals he's received will cost. And then there's a dancing. How can we go about it without the dancing video with his Christmas tree? Look at that. Wow, it's so contagious, guys. Only if you knew that I have a surprise for him. Let's get started. Okay, so ironically, after I did my first report on them and called them out on many things, including flashing the cash they were making from working after crossing the border illegally, they suddenly stopped doing that. But they were posting more videos about them working and sharing their daily routines about what they do. That's Pamela right there, working in a restaurant. And then there's William, who showed us the types of jobs he was doing in America and saying, this is what we do, guys. This is what the immigrants, the hardworking immigrants do here in America. So basically telling us, hey, we are really good people and we are here to work hard. There's various clips of them working hard. Working very hard, guys. Well, are we dancing or are we working? I guess you can do both. I don't know. Anyway, so he seems to be very grateful and happy to be working hard in America, at least per the videos that he's posted. And the same goes for Pam. On this one, he says, Donald Trump, please, I'm going to tell you something. Someone asked for this food, and I will be delivering it. You see, if a child asks for this, I will go ahead and deliver it to him or her. So please, I ask you to give us the opportunity to remain in America, to work hard. Us, the Latinos, the Venezuelans, the Colombians, the Ecuadorians, the Bolivians, the Mexicans, all of us, we have a good heart. Sure, some people are bad. Yeah, that's true, but not all of us are the same. So please, Trump, on behalf of the good people, let us stay here. Give us the opportunity to work. We feel protected here. We feel happy. And we have the opportunity to help our families, our nephews, parents, grandparents on something. So please, Trump, I know you're the president, and I'm happy that you won, but please give us the opportunity to stay working in this country. So he's begging to stay now. I promise you, we will not let you down. We will help America become bigger. America will be bigger because us Latinos that are here, we are working and fighting for this country to get bigger because it's the country that welcomed us. So Trump, think about it, please. And not all Latinos are bad. Wow, he's so brainwashed. He probably watched too many videos of Jorge Ramos because Trump knows that not all of us are the same. That's not the problem here. But no. William, I have video of you insulting Donald Trump. Yep. He said that Donald Trump didn't see the migrants as people, sort of saying that he saw them like animals and that Joe Biden was the best president. So Don't flip the script on me now, boy. It's not going to work. In case you didn't recall, these two purchased a mobile home because they don't want to pay rent. And they're now living in California. So here's Pam saying, hey guys, welcome to my mobile home and just watch me decorating my place here. And so they're talking about, the month of December, and she seems very excited to start the decorations. And he says, don't worry about anything. We have the spirit, the Christmas spirit. And this is great. The mobile home is looking really cute. And that's the kitchen. And we are decorating everything. And then she says, that's your Colombian flag, right? Like a Colombian scarf or something. Yep, remembering our country. Then here, they're on a live stream, and that's William dancing. Someone in the comment section asked him, hey, didn't you guys move to a house? And he says, no, I wouldn't move to a house unless I buy one. And we own this mobile home. We don't pay rent here. But if we move to a house, we'll have to pay rent. And the rent in California is one of the most expensive ones in the country. So we're taking advantage to save money on rent. And the money we save, we send it to Colombia so that we can renovate our home. And that home in Colombia belongs to us. And when we go back to Colombia, we will be in our own home and will never pay rent. So friends, that's why we're here in our mobile home. Look at the space we got, guys. Look at this. Pamela said hi. He says, say hi to everyone. This is you see, a huge space here. This is where we sleep. Yeah, my friends, I'm comfortable here. And right here, I'm going to lay down. This is a sofa, but it becomes a bed. Pay attention. Check it out. You see? You see? Pretty good, right? Pretty nice. Check it out. I have my window here. I can relax. Pam, please give me a can of beer. You know what? No can of beer today. It's a little bit too early. This is how we live, guys, in the RV. And I call it a mobile home, but I guess people call it the RV. Somebody in the comment section asked, where did you buy this? And he says, we bought it from a guy here in the US. And he wasn't using it, so we just bought it from him. And here Pam is showing a bunch of products she's received from TikTok, from the TikTok shop, or I guess TikTok companies that send them products for them to promote on their pages or their page. Well, I think they have multiple pages, but the main page, I guess. So she's saying, yeah, these products that we are not using, we're saving it to give it to our families in Colombia. Because remember, they're planning to go back. And so you see those bunch of boxes right there above them. Here she's showing more products that TikTok has gifted them. Again, it's not TikTok itself, but businesses on TikTok do send products to content creators for them to promote on their pages and maybe even sell, okay? So here she is promoting and showing the products that they have received. Then here they're showing the Christmas tree. And he's saying, if you guys send me TikTok gifts, like Galaxy gifts, I guess the big gifts, I'll pop some of these balloons. So then she's telling him, don't do it. Please don't do it. But she's explaining to the comment section that she wanted to bring a little bit of the Christmas spirit into the RV, and that's why she did that Christmas tree with balloons. And then that's William saying, hey guys, if you send me the gifts, I'll pop the balloons. And anyway, but the main point here is that they are saving as much money as possible because their plan is to go back. And per what they told us, they own a huge estate in Colombia. So again, the joke's on you guys. So here he's recording her, taping part of a gift wrapping paper on the wall. And she says, yeah, this wall was a little bit damaged here, so I'm covering it in order to prevent the wall from damaging our tree. So again, it shows that the RV could fall apart. They don't care. They are not going to spend $1, or at least try their best to not spend a lot of money here in America. Talk about contributing to the country, right? It looks like they're contributing more to Colombia than here. And if you don't believe me, this is what happened. Somehow or some way, William got sick, and then he ended up in the hospital. And there she is, trying to watch him recover. And she says, we are together. We'll be together in good times or bad times. And then on this one, he's awake and he says, guys, you know why I'm really thinking about going back to Colombia? Is because since, you know what, before I came to America, I've never been in a hospital before, ever. I was 4 years in Spain. So he admits again that they were in Spain. I was 4 years in Spain and never touched a clinic, nothing. I barely have a year here in the US. And look, I've came to the hospital 3 times. So this is not his first time. He just told us that he's been hospitalized 3 times. And he says, the doctor told me I have to stay here for 3 days. I have a stomach virus or an infection in my stomach. And so I have to stay to get the treatments, to be able to recover. So 3 days. Look, I'm here in the hospital. I'm bored and stressed because I was not planning on this. I was not planning on coming to America and get sick. And you know, when you get sick, you get bored and you become discouraged. And so that's why when I go back to Colombia, don't tell me that I'm lazy, that I'm not good for anything, that I'm lazy. Do not criticize me, because nobody knows our heart and our situation. So take care of yourselves, guys, and your health. Because even if you have money, you don't have health, and you know, I've seen a lot of people with money, millionaires, that have everything but are bedridden. So, you know, pray for your health and don't complain. I mean, he's saying don't complain, but he just complained a few minutes ago. How does that make sense? Anyway, so he says, take care of our health because life is short. Let's thank God. And so, you know, that's his message right there. And then here she says, it is important to be healthy and also to have your family close by. You see, we're in America right now, and we are thankful that he is better. But I was so scared, she says. And he says again, guys, I've been in Colombia. I lived in Colombia and Spain, and I've never been in a hospital. Never, guys. And Pam says, I've been with him for 8 years, and he's never been sick. And he says, look, I've always been hospitalized here 3 times, he says. Yep, 3 days I have to be here now because of my infection in my stomach. And so I have to stay here for 3 days for them to properly get me better. And I feel discouraged, he says. And she says, you know what's even sadder is that William stayed here and I had to go to work, she says. That's so sad that William had to come to the hospital alone because I had no one that could cover my shift. And so he came here, and when he had to come to the hospital alone. And so when I got here to the room, he was very stressed out. See, we don't have our moms here or our families here. And he says, I've been throwing up 2 days for 2 days, and everything I eat goes out, like I throw it up. But the doctors have been great here. I am thankful to God because there's people that have a good heart and are taking care of me. So he says, guys, and he goes again to the same speech about health and to focus on your health, not to worry about money, right? It's very nice that he says not to worry about money. So I wonder who's paying for all of these bills. And so that's about it for that one. Here again, he seems a bit more upset and he says, this is why I am seriously considering going back to Colombia. Because since I got here in America, I've been hospitalized 3 times. He says that again. And I lived in Colombia, obviously 4 years in Spain, and I've never been sick. But I don't know why here. Maybe it's because of the stress, the food, because you want to make money. Because here in America, people want to make money to get their house, to get their car, to show your family that you're not a loser. Maybe that's why you don't take care of your health or your family. And that's why I'm here in the hospital. And I have an infection in my stomach. And that's why I have to be here for 3 days to do the treatments. And he says, it's because you're after money and cars. And that's why I was not taking care of my health. How many millionaires with all of the money they have, they're in a hospital? Not even with all of the money in the world you can buy health. So he goes into the same speech. And I'm sort of, laughing a little bit here because of the things he's saying, right? Because he's saying people with money could not have health, whatever, but he doesn't have any money, and apparently his health is not doing too good either. So what the hell is he talking about? And then he says, well, don't worry about money, worry about your health. Go ahead and say that to an American who is looking to get medical treatment, but can afford to do so. You see what I mean? That's why I'm sort of laughing, but I'm really more off, if you will. But I sort of have to giggle a little bit of the stupidity that some of these individuals make every now and then. Anyway, so he ends the video by saying we shouldn't look for a house or to buy a car or to be economically stable. Those of us that are here in the country and outside of the country, we are after money, and we don't take care of our loved ones and our health. And so that's why, and other things, he says, that I'm going through here in America are the reasons why I'm seriously considering going back to Colombia. Lastly, here is where they mock the bill. So she says, look, William, $407 just for the food that they gave you. Remember that very small amount of food that you received? He says, yes, it was a small soup, jelly, and a tea, and that's it. But it was $407. Just the food, because tomorrow you have to get breakfast and lunch. That's just dinner. How are you going to pay for this? And he says, no, this is a code. No, that's the price, she says. And then he says, call the doctor. Call the doctor because we have to get a discount. And she says, but William, look at you. Look at this room. How much do you think you're going to pay for this room for tonight? And he says, don't tell me that. He says, look, even computers are in here. She says, look, you have TVs, you have the TV and you're watching a soccer game. This will be very expensive. She says, one of the most expensive things in America is healthcare, William. And then she says, no, Pam, this is a code, not a bill. And then she says, no, this is a bill, William. But I just got a soup, he said. That's it. I only got water. And then she's laughing. It's a joke. It is a complete joke for them because most likely they're not going to pay the entire bill. I'm sure they'll get some assistance because they are low income and their immigration status does not matter in California. But I did say that I had a surprise for William and Pamela, being that they are so stressed out after they crossed the border illegally, allegedly crossed the border illegally. And, you know, they are living in that RV and they already bought their beautiful estate, even though I haven't seen it. But based on how they described it in the past, I'm sure it is gorgeous. And from what we watched right now, they're looking or seriously considering to go back because America is stressing them out so much. So that's why I hereby announce that William and Pamela have been reported to USCIS by the Vega Axis channel for allegedly crossing the border illegally and for possibly and allegedly committing asylum fraud because they told us they're looking to go back to their country. And if they're looking to do that, then that means no one is chasing after them in Colombia. And so if their lives are not at risk, then how did they pass that interview with Border Patrol after crossing the border? What did they say? Immigration should look into those details because I don't know what they said. I'm sure they have it on file somewhere. So if they did claim asylum, then that means they are committing asylum fraud. The full statement will be posted on my X account, so make sure to follow me there. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Do not forget to smash the like button, subscribe, share the video with everyone you know, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And the shoutouts for my amazing supporters that go the extra mile are down below. I truly appreciate you. And William and Pam, you guys are welcome. I'll see you all next time.